بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Inshallah, we are going to discuss about the prohibitions of ihram, things which are prohibited in the state of ihram. So, to start with, the first and foremost thing they mention in the prohibitions of ihram is the acts of hunting, like as-sayd. As-sayd is one of the important things. Those days, nowadays, sayd, nobody hunts. I mean, hunting is not something which is practiced. But maybe if you are traveling and you got the hunt or something like that. So basically under the hunting comes a lot of rules, which, and these rules of hunting, there's an incident of Imam Muhammad al-Jawad alayhi salatu wasalam. They tried to humiliate Imam Muhammad al-Jawad in the gathering of Ma'mun. So what happened that people, they wanted to challenge Imam Muhammad al-Jawad. So the Ma'mun told them that, okay, ask him whatever question you want to ask. So they saw is a boy 10 years old, and what will he know? So they ask him, ما تقول في من في قتل صيدا محرم قتل صيدا. A person who's in the state of ihram killed a hunt. So therefore, Imam Muhammad al-Jawad opened a portal of questions. Like, it was like not one slap on the face of this guy who wanted to humiliate Imam Muhammad al-Jawad alayhi salam, but slap and slap and slap and slap and until like he said, like, khalas, I give up. So Imam Muhammad al-Jawad started asking him, was it this when he killed the hunt or that? Did he kill this kind of or that kind? Was he in a hell or haram? Was he in haram, in the state of hell, or what? This and that and this and that, and so many questions. That guy got baffled. Oh, what is this? I tried to humiliate me. He gave me slaps on, so many slaps on my face. That's a metaphor I'm using. So therefore, like he so then they ask Imam Hujjat, okay, tell us the answers of the questions you said. Again, they thought that Imam Hamjad asked questions just to silence them, but he answers every single thing about this. And from that, our ulamas have derived several rules with regards to the hunt in the ihram of Hajj. So let's go to the slides and check out what is available for today. And let me just make this bigger. Okay. Let's see. So ruling number 199, okay. لا يجوز للمحرم استحلال شيء من صيد البر. That means when you hunt an animal, land animal, al-bar, not bahar, okay? The land animal, land hunting, not fishing, not sea. Sayd al-samak or sayd al-bahr means fishing or getting something from the sea. So this is sayd al-bar, number one. Number two, istihlalu. So any animal in the on the land, you know the rules of hunting. So the animals are two types. Animals, you can get the control of it. Animal, they are not controllable. Okay, you cannot control them. In other terms, they call it haywan alif, domestic, and haywan wahsh, the violent or the beast or something like that. Those people, those animals like lion, you cannot control the lion. the deer. Okay, so two types of animal: domestic and wild. Now, these domestic animals are two types: edible and non-edible. And the wild animals are two types: edible or non-edible. When I say wild, I don't mean like only in this context. Wild means someone you cannot get hold of him easily. You see me? So, for example, deer. Deer is not wild from the scientific aspect or the terminology. No, in this aspect, it's wild because we cannot get hold of him easily. You want to catch the deer, you have to run to have chase. But goat, you can easily get hold of him, unless if a goat becomes wild. So domestic animals, sometimes they can become wild, and wild animals sometimes they can become domesticated, or they can be like in a way, like for example, a deer. You shot a deer in its foot. What happened? It has become now like domesticated. You can't just go there and hold the gun and Bismillah Wallahu Akbar on his head. No, khalas, you slaughter him, because that animal is now no more wild, is domesticated. You see, you shot him on the foot, now you can. Or a lion, for example. So deer is edible, lion is non-edible. So again, animals are two types: domestic, that means you are able to control them easily. Wild, you are not able to control them easily. Domestic, they are edible and non-edible. Okay, non-edible like elephant or like a rabbit. Okay, some of these animals, they are. I don't know about rabbit. Rabbit, you can consider them unless if they are in the cage and they are under your control. Otherwise, maybe rabbits, sometimes you have to chase them. So, so instead of using wild and domestic and wild, I'll use animals. They're controllable animals. They are not controllable. There may be other words for that, but I'm trying to use simple words so that we know that, okay, the criteria is under control or not under control. So controlled animal, be even if it was like wild or uncontrollable, became controllable. You cannot hunt them. You cannot shoot them. You have to slaughter them. Okay, shoot them by arrow, shoot them by sharp bullet, whatever that is in the chapter of hunting in the book of law. Here we are talking about the hunting and the domestic the slaughtering. So slaughtering is applicable for animals which are under control, even if they were like wild animal. And hunting by bullet or by sharp bullet or by arrow or by spear, whatever sharp object, that is applicable for animals who are not controllable. Okay, even if they were domestic animals. Let's say you had a fight with your camel. The camel ran away. Okay, and you are chasing. Now today is the day that the camel will be like slaughtered, and you're chasing the camel and the camel is running. Then you took out your spear or you took out your bow and arrow and you shot that. Bismillah Wallahu Akbar, shot that camel. So the camel is a controllable animal, but at that time he got angry at you, upset. You did not give him proper food, or the food you gave him was messed up, or those kind of things. So the camel became angry and upset with you, and they ran away. Anyhow, or your chicken became wild. It's not like your chicken is in a domestic situation or control, and you bring the gun, Bismillah wallah, or you shoot an arrow. No, it becomes haram to eat that, because you are not supposed to shoot, you're supposed to slaughter. So slaughtered animal, if it is shot, the animal which is supposed to be slaughtered, if it's shot, haram to eat. Animal that is hunted, you see, it becomes in a controlled in a situation. You cannot then go and shoot. You have to slaughter that animal. So that is about the difference between hunting and and slaughtering. This session is about hunting. That means by sharp bullet or by a sharp object like arrow or even like knife. You're a knife. The guy who targets with knife, the deer is running and you just throw your knife. The question is, why on the not why the hell why the heaven we are hunting the lion and the tiger and those kind of things? You see, I'm not, it's non-edible. Why I'm hunting the non-edibles or the rabbit, for example. So the animal rights people will be hearing what? Anyhow, it's so for rabbits, people they hunt them to make their fur, to use their fur in in things like purses and dresses and this and that. So they use their fur. Let's say you want to use the skin of rabbit. So any part which has life in it from animal, okay, it if you, it is not made permissible through hunting or slaughtering, then that animal's skin or things become najis. So when people they hunt lion or they hunt tiger or they want to make living out of it. They want to sell their skin or sell their things, you see. They're non-edible, yes, but you want to sell their material. So that's why you want to make sure that they are pure. So that's why if you buy a skin or a leather of a non-edible animal like elephant from a Muslim country, then it is halal, because the general rule is that the Muslims they practice their religious responsibilities. So it is considered halal. Halal means a pure, but not you cannot wear them in salah because it's non-edible animal. But if you it's in the car, if you have dress of it and you touch with wetness, your hands will not become najis. You see, because it's pure. Why? Because it has been slaughtered, even though you cannot eat the flesh of it because it's non-edible, but it is permissible for you to touch it with wetness and it will not become najis. So that's the benefit. So yeah, the bear or the lion or the tiger or the elephant or these things are non-edible. But for the skin or for all those kind of things, they become permissible, or they are permissible, but they are pure. If you touch with wetness, there is no problem, except for two animals, two non-edible animals. Everything is impure in it. The pig and the dog. According to Islamic laws, even the hair is from the particles which doesn't have life. That means for other animals, if they were not made halal properly by slaughtering or by hunting, their hair would be pure because they are not living part of the body or the tooth or the bones. But for dog and pig, even those things are najis. I don't want to go into the chapter of najasat, but this question might pop up that why the heaven we want to make the haram animals, non-edible animals, we want to slaughter them, Bismillah, Wallahu Akbar, and those kind of things, to use their skin and body parts, which becomes najis if they are not slaughtered or hunted properly. So here he says lil istihlal. The reason I gave this introduction to make halal. So it is not permissible for a muhrim person, a person who is in the state of ihram, to make halal, okay, by hunting, not by slaughtering. Slaughtering is permissible. استحلال شيء من صيد البر. So we are talking about making halal the the land animals, not the fish. You can do fishing if you are muhrim. Okay, so that's number one. Fishing not for the purpose of um, uh, uh, game or purpose of lahu. That's haram. What we are trying to say is for the purpose of eating. And there are some detailed rules about the hunting. Inshallah, we will discuss this later on. But at this point, in general, this is the direction. So if you don't know that this is from the permissible fishing or not permissible fishing, just do ihtiyat and avoid it. Anyhow, so Saydul Bahar, okay, for the purpose of eating, for example, and Saydul Bar, not okay, even if it was for the purpose of eating. So Saydul Bahar, yes. Saydul Bahar, no. In the state of ihram, for a muhrim person, he cannot slaughter, he cannot hunt the land hunting. Okay, La yajuzul muhrim. It is not permissible for someone who is in the state of ihram to make permissible through the hunt of any of the hunt of the land hunt. سواء ذلك في اصطياده, either by hunting, سواء في ذلك اصطياده وقتله وجرحه, okay, either by hunting it down or killing it or injuring it or breaking any part of it. وكسر عضو منه بل مطلق إيذائه, rather even absolute harming that animal, any type of harming, even by stoning, by hurting, unless if it was for self-defense. Okay, you cannot be hyperbolic irfani and think that you are Imam al-Hadi alayhi salam and the lions will not hurt you and this and that, and you just become like a spiritualistic person, and the last thing you see that the lion, the flesh of your body is being chewed by the lion, and the lion is enjoying a nice meal. And so no, you have to take your necessary precautionary measures unless you are sure 100% that you have reached that highest level of irfan, that the animals, they can understand you. And don't take those chances, please. Don't say that I said it and I thought that I reached that level. No. So, وَمُطْلَقُ إِيذَائِهِ. So it's not just hunting it, it's even killing. So what is the difference between hunting and killing? Isn't hunting killing as well? Yeah. The difference, I can give you just an example. You shot Bismillah Wallahu Akbar. That is hunting. You shot without Bismillah Wallahu Akbar. That is killing. You got it? Or injuring it, causing injury. Or kasru udwin. How injuring? You put a trap. You know the trap, the clamps which come on the foot of the animal, and it's sharp clamp, it causes injury, or even injuring by gun, shooting at foot of the animal, or you bring like an iron rod and you are running away from it, wham, on the foot or somewhere. You see, you broke his bone, this poor animal. So all these kind of things, not killing, not injuring, not breaking any part of that animal, or even harming them. So this is for a muhrim person. What about someone who has exited the state of ihram, but he's in the haram? No. So the general rule they teach you in the house is like this. A person who's in the state of ihram, he cannot hunt. be it in the haram or in the hill. Remember, hill is after the border of haram, all the part are like a normal land, not sacred land. Sacred land is in the haram area, the border of Makkah, the bigger border of Makkah, like the haram, the sacred land, sacred vicinity of Makkah. So either you are in that sacred haram or out of that border, hill, the land which is not haram land. So it doesn't matter. You are in haram or out of haram. This is in the state of ihram. Or no, you are not in the state of ihram, but you are still in the haram. So muhrim and haram, these two things. So if you are not muhrim but in the haram, no hunting. If you are muhrim but out of the haram, no hunting. So muhrim, haram, these two things, remember. Again, I'll repeat. You are in the haram but not muhrim. Haram. You're muhrim but out of the haram. No hunting. Haram. So this is the criteria. No muhrim, no out of no haram. No haram, no muhrim. That's why he says كما لا يجوز للمحل, as it is also not permissible for the person who is not in the state of ihram and he's in the haram. He's in the haram as well. So as he says كما لا يجوز ذلك للمحل في الحرم أيضا. So even it is not permissible if a person was in the haram and not in the state of ihram. So both cases not permissible. And what is the meaning of hunting the animal? والمراد بالصيد. And what is the meaning of hunting? الحيوان الممتنع. والمراد بالصيد الحيوان الممتنع بالطبع وإن تأهل لعارض. The animal, the meaning of hunting is hunting the animal which is uncontrollable. Uncontrollable. You cannot control it by nature, بالطبع, by origin. It's not controllable. وإن تأهل لعارض. Even if it becomes domesticated due to some accidental circumstances, such as injured, such as so even if the animal was mumtana', uncontrollable, becomes controllable, you can't hunt it. You can't. وَإِن تَأَهَّلَ لِعَارِضٍ. Even if it becomes domesticated due to some encountering circumstances. ولا فرق فيه بين أن يكون محلل الأكل أم لا. There is no difference whether this animal is edible or non-edible. على الأظهر. Again, أظهر means most apparent to me. Like say the Sistani Dz is telling us that there's قول ظاهر, that apparent meaning from the narration. So whenever there's أظهر or ظاهر, that means the ruling is based on a text narration. So ولا فرق بين أن يكون محلل الأكل. There is no difference. So what does that mean? That means some scholars, they said hunting of edible animal is prohibited, but non-edible animal you can hunt. Sayyid Sistani says more apparently, most apparent meaning comes out of the text is even if the animal was non-edible, because if the narration has mentioned what? Hunting animal without specification. So apparently it is inclusive to edible and non-edible. But if the narration specifies, then you can say yes, it is apparent from the narration. But here he says, no, 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 no. It is more apparent to me that the narration is inclusive to edible and non-edible. Ruling number 200. تحرم على المحرم إعانة غيره محلا كان أو محرما على صيد الحيوان البري. It is not permissible, not just to hunt. It is not permissible to help somebody who's hunting, be it in the state of ihram or not in the state of ihram. So a person who's in the state of ihram, okay, he cannot help other person who's hunting. So you are in the state of ihram, out of the haram. There's someone hunting. He's hunting deer and the deer comes to you and you jump on the deer with your ihram, helping him out. No, don't get yourself involved in hunting. But no, he's hunting. I'm just helping him. No. Okay, I'm just holding his gun. No. I'm just holding his arrows. No. No helping at all. Any type of helping. Okay. Even by pointing out, I'm looking for a hunt. Shh, here, look. It's here. No, don't. Any type of help. Okay. No helping to anyone, be it muhrim, or be it in the state of ihram, or be it not in the state of ihram, to help. Okay, so that's why he says, تحرم على المحرم. It is prohibited, forbidden on the muhrim person who's in the state of ihram to help others in hunting the land and land animal. Regardless of that person who's hunting, regardless of the hunter, he is in the state of ihram or not in the state of ihram, you should not help. حتى بمثل الإشارة إليه, even by indicating or making a signal towards it. Here, here, here. No. Okay. بل الأحوط وجوبا, on the basis of obligatory, rather on the basis of obligatory precaution, عدم إعانته في مطلق ما يحرم على المحرم استحلال من الصيد. You cannot help him at all in any case, whatever is prohibited for the muhrim, to make it halal from the hunt at all. بل الأحوط وجوبا عدم إعانته في مطلق ما يحرم. Anything which is considered help, any type of help which is prohibited on a muhrim, to make it halal from the hunt. Istihlal, we said, something haram, make it halal. How? By shooting a sharp object, or shooting at the animal sharp object and saying Bismillah Wallahu Akbar, or even hunting by dog. You have a dog, okay, it's a dog of hunting, and you're muhrim. You cannot give him your dog to hunt the animals. No, 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 no. It's your dog. You are helping that person. لا يجوز للمحرم إمساك الصيد البري والاحتفاظ به. You know, the guy hunted and he brought you his goat. He said, please take care of it until I come back. Please secure it. He said, no. You cannot even hold the and secure it with you. Okay? لا يجوز للمحرم إحرام الصيد البري والاحتفاظ به. It is not permissible for a person who is in the state of ihram to hold and to secure the land hunt, the animal which has been hunted by land. سواء اصطاده هو أم غيره, be regardless of him, he was the hunter, or someone else was the hunter. If he was the hunter, even if he was before entering the state of ihram, he hunted. Khalas, now you are in the state of ihram. Now you cannot secure. Just give it to someone else. But it's mine. I hunted it when I was not in the state of ihram. Yeah, but now you are in the state of ihram. Tiver, as they say. Unfortunately, just let it go. Give it to someone else. But you can't. You can't secure it even. والاحتفاظ به سواء, regardless of him being the hunter, okay, or someone else. Even if he hunted before entering the state of ihram, he cannot secure it now. He cannot keep it or hold it. Whether it was done in the sacred land of the haram or it was out of that border. سواء كان ولو قبل إحرامه أم من غيره. He was the hunter or someone else was the hunter. في الحل أم في الحرم. Be it in the sacred place or out of the sacred haram. Okay, that was about hunting. What about eating? Somebody who is not muhrim, he brought what? He brought something for you. This thing was what? This thing was hunted animal, nice, delicious deer. لا يجوز للمحرم أكل شيء من الصيد. It is not permissible for a person who's in the state of ihram to eat anything, أكل شيء من الصيد, from the hunted animal, land hunt we mean. وإن كان قد اصطاده المحل في الحل. Even though it was hunted where? Out of the haram. And the hunter was not in the state of ihram. No. And they brought it in the haram. No, you cannot eat that hunted animal. But it's halal, yes. But I'm in the state of ihram. كما يحرم على المحل على الأحوط وجوبا ما اصطاده المحرم في الحل فقتله بالاصطياد أو ذبحه بعد اصطياده. So you remember when the domestic, when the wild animal, by shooting it, injuring it, becomes domesticated, you have to go and slaughter it, not shoot it. He says even that slaughtering after hunting, you slaughter, that is also because that's originally that's hunt. If it was not for shooting on the foot or the arrow missed when something else, I mean when somewhere else in his body which did not kill him and injured him, it started with hunting. Yes, you did dhabah, you did slaughtering later on because it had life in it. You see, when you arrive to the animal, the rule is that when you hunt an animal and you arrive, if you find it dead, finish it, halal. But if it's moving in a way that it shows that there is life in it and that it's in a time that you can slaughter it and you did not slaughter it, then it becomes meat, a dead body. You cannot eat it. However, if you reach on time where you could not slaughter, once you took out this knife, poor animal who was injured, he saw the knife, he freaked the hell out of him, and he died out of heart attack or something like that. He could not tolerate the manzar, the look of the knife. So, for example, if something you are going to take out the knife to slaughter, Bismillah, Wallahu Akbar, he just bringing in the knife and he died, like shock and awe kind of phenomena or something like that. Died. So what? Is it halal because I couldn't slaughter? No. You did not have enough time to slaughter. If you had enough time to slaughter and you did not, then it's meat, a dead body. But you did not have enough time to slaughter. You came and the animal saw you and you scared the hell out of him. He died immediately. So therefore, it is وكذلك, yeah, كما يحرم على المحل. Similarly, it is forbidden on the person who is in in the state of not in the state of ihram, who's not in the state of ihram, كما يحرم كما يحرم على المحل, as it is prohibited, forbidden on the muhil, whatever the other muhrim has hunted and he killed it by hunting or by slaughtering after hunting it. في الحل, where did he hunt? Al-muhil, the person who's not in the state of ihram. Where did he hunt? Outside of the haram. كما يحرم على المحل. So now the muhil is not in the state of ihram. He has been offered by muhrim. Okay? مصطاد المحرم في الحل. The muhrim is hunted in the hill, but he was in the state of ihram, outside of the haram. فقتله, the muhrim killed it, or he slaughtered the animal after hunting it. It was not dead. كما يحرم كما يحرم على المحل ما اصطاده أو ذبحه المحرم أو المحل في الحرام. So it's the rule is one, haram and muhrim. So if a muhrim hunts outside of haram, haram. If a muhrim, if a non-muhrim person hunts inside the haram, haram. So in all these two things, either this, either that, it's haram. So that the ruling before, you'll say, okay, this is repeated ruling there. No, it's not repeating. There we were talking about what? Hunting. Here we are talking about eating. Okay, so don't get confused. It is not permissible for a person who's in the state of ihram to eat any of the hunt, land hunt, obviously. وإن كان, even if that land, even that hunted animal was hunted by, even if the hunter was not in the state of ihram and he was in the hill, but you are muhrim, you should not eat. But he hunted there outside and he was not in the state of ihram. Yes, for that person it's permissible to eat outside of the haram. Okay, for you it is not permissible because you are in the state of ihram, be it in the haram or out of the haram. كما يحرم على المحل ما اصطاده المحرم في الحل فقتله بالاصطياد. So it is also prohibited on a person who's not in the state of ihram, based on obligatory precaution, whatever the muhrim hunted in outside of the haram. So now you are not in the state of ihram and the guy hunted outside of the haram, but he was in the state of ihram. By hunting or by slaughtering it after hunting it. So this is done. This one, it is prohibited on the muhrim to eat. The second segment was it is prohibited on the muhil to eat. Then وكذلك يحرم على المحل ما اصطاده أو ذبحه المحرم المحل في الحرم. Now, I am not in the state of ihram. وكذلك يحرم على المحل. I am muhil. I am not in the state of ihram. But a muhrim had hunted or slaughtered after being hunted, okay, in the haram, or a person who is in the ما ذبحه المحرم, a muhrim person slaughtered even outside of the haram, or no, a non-muhrim person, al-muhil, who slaughtered in the haram. Again, the rule is one, muhrim, be it in the haram or out of the haram, or muhil in the haram. So it's either muhrim, either in the haram. If they both are combined, double haram. If one of them is there, one of the description, then it is haram. So be it muhil or muhrim inside the haram. Be it muhil or muhrim outside of the haram, but the hunter was muhrim. Okay. What about the son or the by the way, land hunt is inclusive to the birds as well. Okay. You hunt a duck or something which is not in your control, the flying ducks or those animals like pigeon, those which are flying, which are not controllable. Controllable is chicken and those ducks which are domesticated ducks. But wild ducks, they fly away from you. You cannot easily capture a duck. So those ducks which cannot be easily captured, people hunt them. The question is, can we eat duck? Yes, obviously you can eat duck. But people, they don't eat because there's a filthy smell in it or something like it. It's like fish, you see, because they eat a lot of fish maybe or something like that. Or they eat, what is their diet? Small fish they may be eating. They may be having gastric troubles or something like that. Anyhow. So, يثبت لفرخ الصيد البر حكم نفسه. The descend offspring. Yeah, I think offspring is better word instead of saying descendant or child or baby. The offspring of the land hunt. The rule of the land hunt is applies on the offspring of that animal as well. So the rule which we mentioned, it's applicable on the offsprings as well. So this is offspring. That means baby animal, baby deer, baby this, baby that. Okay, as long as they are not controllable. Some babies you may be able to catch the baby of the deer easily, perhaps because it's newly born, maybe. But once it becomes strong, then it's a race. So يثبت لفرخ الصيد البري حكم نفسه أما بيضه. As for the eggs, فلا يبعد حرمة أخذه وكسره وأكله على المحرم. Okay. So as for the eggs, it is not far away from me. That means some scholars, they might have included the ruling here. But for Sayyid Sistani, it's not far away from me. That means it is permissible to eat. It is not haram. Sorry. Where am I reading? وَأَمَّا بَيْضُهُ. It's not far away that it is haram as well, not halal. It is haram. It's not you can eat it. That means there is a different opinion. That some scholars, they might have said that it is permissible. And some scholars that it's not permissible to eat the egg. Baby animal, we got it. But we are talking about the eggs. Okay? So Sayyid Sistani Dz, for him, the hunted, when you open up the pigeon hunt, there may be some eggs in it. فَأَمَّا بَيْضُهُ فَلَا يُبْعَدُ حُرْمَةُ أَخْذِهِ. And as for the eggs of the hunt, it is not far away to me. Its prohibition is not far away from me. That means it's prohibited. Its prohibition, it's to take. So it is not far away from me that it is prohibited to take it, the eggs, to break it, even if you are not going to eat it, just break it, or eat it on the muhrim person. So it is not far away. The prohibition is not far away upon a muhrim to take or break or eat the egg of whatever is hunted. So he hunted the animal and you took the animal, you found underneath there were eggs. So now these eggs are, or while you're hunting, it laid egg. So something, somehow it is associated, these eggs are associated with the hunted animal. On the basis of obligatory precaution, the same thing goes that one should not help him to do so. One should not help him to capture the eggs. One should not help him to uh, break the eggs. One should not help him to eat the eggs. How can one not help? Let's say his hands are injured and he wants to eat the egg, but he wants somebody to break it for him. So you break the egg because maybe he can eat, but to break he will need his fingers in a way that there are some injuries or there's a problem. He cannot break the eggs. So you cannot, on the basis of obligatory precaution, one should not help أن لا يعين غيره على ذلك. This muhrim should not help other people to what? To do this, to do that as well. To do what? To take the egg, to break the egg, to eat. I mean, eat obviously. So, so even he cannot eat. He cannot do this thing. He cannot help someone else. We will keep this. Okay, so I think we can take this rule because it is connected to Sayyid al-Bahr. I think Sayyid al-Bahr will keep it tomorrow, inshallah. It requires some explanation properly. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين والسلام عليكم ورحمة